And let's see, we'll go to the question line now to see what your question is for this week. We answer a question. This person wants to know, one of your commercials, Mark, talks about real estate investing. I would like to get started in doing that. What about foreclosure auctions? Okay.
Wow. Very interesting question. If you're interested in real estate investing, I encourage it. It's a wonderful way to increase your wealth by owning real estate, and investing in it is a way to do that, right? And buying at foreclosure auctions, Rob, is very risky. There's a lot of risk associated with it, but as a real estate investor must know that without risk, there is no reward. So if somebody were to want to do that, and we have clients who do this exclusively, it's their career. They go to foreclosure auctions, they bid on properties just like they would at an art auction, right? Going to the highest bidder. Do I hear it once, twice, sold, right there. And then what they do with those properties is they either take them and rehabilitate them and flip them, as you would see on HGTV, fix and flip. Or they
it's a fixer-upper.
It's a fixer-upper, right? And they're gonna put it out there, back out to
all my buddies, we're all gonna work on this house.
That's right. And we're gonna get it together, and we're gonna add value to it, and we're gonna sell it, and we're gonna make money. And that's a viable place to be for a lot of people. Or there's the BRRRR concept. I think we've talked about this, the BRRRR concept, through Bigger Pockets podcast. Highly recommend that. Real estate investors, if you're listening, get on and listen to some of that, consume that content. And that stands for buy, rehab, refinance, and rent. So that's a buy and hold prospect, right? But that could be done with any real estate asset, right? If you were to buy it through a real estate agent on MLS, if you were to buy it from a friend, or however, you can do either one of those, fix and flip or the BRRRR methodology. But going back to the foreclosure auctions and the risk associated with it, what are the risks, right? I hear that, the first mortgage wipes out all the liens, so I don't have to worry about all of the liens. That's right. That's accurate. You should have good title if the foreclosure auction is done properly. But that brings me to the number one risk, is the occupant, the owner, the person who actually is being foreclosed upon. If they're in that property, you run the risk of walking into a litigious situation. And title insurance, which we've talked about on this show as well, is unwilling to issue a policy. Title insurance companies will not issue a policy if the occupant remains in the property. So we would recommend never buying any real estate without a title insurance policy. So that creates a huge problem in that space. But if you can determine that it absolutely is vacant, then the next question is condition, and you don't have access. It's not like there's open houses at foreclosure auctions. You're not able to go in and walk around and test the system. So you have to guess, right? And we always recommend, in talking to our clients, worst case scenario, right? The septic system fails, right? The water was left on, the pipes have burst, all of the worst case scenarios, put those together, and it's all about the numbers. At the end of the day, you're putting a spreadsheet together. If I get it for this amount of money, and I've projected that this is the worst case scenario, and then I fix it up, and there's still room to make money, then sure, you go for it. If it's thin, then you want to think twice about it. And right now, I will say that it is a good opportunity for foreclosure auctions, because the banks have been in a moratorium for so long. The banks are starting to act very aggressively. We've talked about this, Rob, with respect to people exiting forbearance and being very aggressive. The investors who have left because there hasn't been much of inventory for them leaves room for other investors to come in and capture some of those opportunities.
All right, if people do have more questions, you want to talk about real estate investing, other topics as well, Mark Stiles is at Stiles Law. That's on Route 139 in Marshfield. That's where their office is. But of course, you can reach out through the phone and get started. Right, Mark?
That's right, Rob, at 781-319-1900. And I'd be happy to strategize with any up-and-coming real estate investors on my Calendly link, calendly.com/mstiles. And also, whenever you're dealing with an insurance, tax, real estate, mortgage, or financial professional, and the conversation of legal services comes up, please ask if you can work with a team at Stiles Law. We'd love to help.
Mark Stiles, Stiles Law, Route 139, Marshfield. This is Feel Good Friday. Thank you, Mark. Have a great weekend, by the way.
Thank you, Rob.
Go
See
Sox.
See you, Sheriff Joe.
Great to see you, Mark. Thanks.